Hey, it's Zooki from Ex Regrets, and you're listening to The Austin Young Show.
All right, welcome back to the Austin Young Show, everyone, and I am joined with a veteran of the scene. More than a veteran, probably still one of the flame carriers of everything. This is Zooki from Monkey Sphere, from Sex Regrets, now with Ex Regrets. Probably 18 other bands I'm missing from that list. But Zooki, welcome back to the show. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you so much. It's awesome to be back. It's been a long time. But
yeah, last time you saw me, I hadn't died yet, so that was a fun one.
I know. I mean, I've seen you since then, but I've not been on this show.
Well, I don't think I've ever gotten to, I've gotten to tell you in person, but never on air. Thank you, because you were one of the people that helped organize the benefit show for me and Veronica. You were the reason we're not homeless, don't know the insurance industry,
good.
$20,000.
We got asked to play, and it was like an automatic yes. So, and that was really cool because Mikey and I got to do an acoustic set, which we don't get to do a lot.
I've never seen one since.
We've done two others.
Okay.
One that should not be discussed, which is probably why it hasn't happened.
Okay, well, now you fucked up because now we're going to discuss it.
I know. So, as soon as it came out of my mouth, I knew I was screwed.
But is that something that you guys want to do more of in the future? And Mikey's the bass player for or guitar player. Mikey switches around, doesn't he? A lot? I always have trouble with that.
In Monkey Sphere, Mikey played bass,
mm-hmm.
and then in Ex Regrets, he plays guitar. And we have Drace.
Okay, and
Fuentes on.
The whole lineup has basically changed since the last time we were in. So now you have a new drummer.
Well, yeah.
You also have a new guitar player as well, right?
Bassist.
Or bassist, yes.
Yeah, I didn't kick out Mikey.
Yeah.
That would be bad because he writes the instrumentals.
Because when we last talked, it was Jared was on bass, correct?
Jared was on bass, and then we had John Rose on drums.
Okay.
And we can talk about that too.
I mean, if you want to, I know it is a touchy subject with a lot of people on that.
Everything's on the table, Austin. Everything's on the table.
Fair enough, but first, let's get an update on Ex Regrets. There's been so much more music. I think almost 2 albums, right, have come out, because you've got the new one. Wasn't there an EP or something, or just a release?
We did a series of singles in between that were all DIY, and then our last album, Habitual Revolt, has been received extremely well.
Okay.
Honestly, it's been great for us.
It's so high energy compared to the rest of the stuff.
It is, and Joe Tacky hit it home. Totally hit it home on the production of it. The editing and the mastering sound great.
It's way more political. I mean, I know the first album, Here Come the Waterworks, was political, but this one is much more fuck you in your face.
Yeah, and the next album that's coming out relatively soon, I'm not going to say a date because that's a jinx.
Working on something else.
But it's called Now for Men, and it's all political. It is a true Riot Girl album.
That's awesome. And what do you think is going to separate it from the other releases?
Everything pretty much is hard on it.
Okay.
And that we get very specific with a lot of the political,
rhythm-wise,
human rights issues.
Okay.
That are there. Lyrically, it's much more direct. And I've made social commentary. Obviously, the last time we were on the show, we talked about Sour Optologist, which is about cocaine addiction. And there's been songs along the way, but this album is a collection of things old and new that all have a very strong political message to them.
What is that dog eating?
I don't know what that is.
That is, I think my mom bought a cat carrier today, and I think that's the tape holding the box together.
Yeah.
But anywho, so with that, you guys have released a new album. You have a new drummer. Please explain what the fuck happened there.
Basically, I feel like to a certain point, every person has the right to an opinion in life and in bands. But I don't believe in infringing on people's human rights.
That's a big part of your music, so I would hope so.
It's a huge part of my music. I'm not okay with infringing on human rights, and I'm not adept to the idea of censorship which was explicitly requested because he didn't like.
He was a trumper.
Didn't like my lyrics. He's a trumper.
He was a trumper, hands down. I mean, and he admits to that online.
Yeah, the straw that broke the camel's back was a defense of Elon Musk and the Nazi salute. Yeah. And like, but it was not like, this was nothing new. It had been. I have only fired 2 people in bands that I've been in my entire life, and I've been in charge of pretty much every band. That's over 2 decades
of music.
Yeah, exactly. So, not quite. I'm not quite that old yet.
I was like wondering. I'm like,
I'm doing the math.
I thought like Monkey Sphere was like childhood through like, you know.
No. I was 25 when Monkey Sphere started.
God, we were all so young.
I know. I could wear heels on stage in Monkey Sphere. That was amazing. I looked so good.
When I saw Eric Wilson, and Eric Wilson was like, I was in Monkey Sphere, and he showed me a photo, and I'm like, you were a young person at one point, Eric. But for you guys, like, what? I guess the big question for a lot of people is like, John has had a history in the local scene of right-wing issues, we'll put it that way.
Yes.
What took so long for the change?
Honestly, Mikey's nicer than me.
Okay. So we're going to blame it on Mikey. We're going to shift the blame to Mikey. All right.
Yeah, I'm going to blame it on Mikey.
Fair enough.
We'll leave it at that. I'll blame it. I'm not going deeper into that. I'll get myself in trouble.
Oh, that's fair enough. But now you have an amazing new drummer.
Stormy is the perfect fit for us. It is nice 100%. To have more femme and queer energy in the band. It's appropriate for the band. Yep. It is a 180 from before. Everything about the situation has changed. And like, that's the magic. And I think that's why I'm really excited about this next album and what it sounds like. Because I think it will be a much more cohesive and there's a synergy that happens when everybody is really grooving in the music and is really into it and behind it, right? Like, believes in it. Yeah, we're gonna get that on tape, quotes.
What's the other new guy's name real quick? Because I can't keep calling. And I have met him so many times, and I feel like, oh no.
Andres de Fuentes.
Oh, thank God. It still was recording. My bad. Okay, so I thought something stopped recording there for a second, and I was like, oh, fuck. But no. Chase, you said?
No, Andres. Yeah, and he goes by Drace.
And nicest, like, person ever. Oh. Every time I'm at a show, like, they make it a point to come up and, like, say hello and everything. And, like, when you guys played Sweatfest, once again, thank you so much for doing that. But that show was one of the first times I had seen y'all as a completely new band. I saw y'all when you had Matt Vale at the Double Wide show.
Yes, as our fill-in.
As the filler. But when I saw you guys at Sweatfest, I looked at Veronica and I'm like, this is a completely new band.
Yep.
Like, the energy's different, the writing's different, and you can just tell for once y'all are comfortable because you don't know what, there's not a risk of a bombshell coming out basically anymore.
Yes.
So it's kind of more comfortable and easier, it looks like, for y'all.
It's, again, it's just everybody is committed to the project, and, like, John Rose is an Eeyore, okay? Like, and I think that's, like, he's an Eeyore. And that is difficult to work with.
Okay.
That's difficult to work. I mean, like, it's hard to stay motivated. This is local music. It's not like we're rich and famous.
Well, and it's weird for me that a dude with those beliefs, and, you know, obviously everybody's welcome, or unfortunately, to their own beliefs. However, like, why would he choose to be in a band like that? Do you think, like, if it's so against his own?
I'll just say, in his defense on that, we were not a Riot Girl band when we started. We were just an alternative rock band.
Yeah.
And then the world happened. Essentially, the world happened, and I felt called to write that kind of music. You know, I had, like, a lot of the stuff that we had recorded up until that point, before things started to get political, we're just about, like, life issues, right? And I just needed to pivot. I was bored of writing about life issues, essentially. And this felt like the obvious place to go, because it's nice to have something that motivates you so much to write. Like, I feel like the quality of the writing's better.
It is. It's more storytelling now.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like you're doing it more in the not so much in the punk tradition, or you are doing it more in the early punk tradition of first person kind of storytelling.
Yes.
As opposed to like in the third person or something like that, where you're talking about a certain person. You're like, no, I notice in the lyrics it's more I am, as opposed to they or them or he or she. Like it's definitely more like you can tell personal.
Yes, almost all of it's first person. And I mean, like, we have a new song called Bites and Bruises, and the chorus of it is me repeating, I'm gonna die, and it's about domestic violence. And it's, obviously, we didn't play that at Sweatfest.
I think you should have, man. That would have been awesome. And by the way, your daughter was so cute in that little Ex Regrets battle jacket.
Oh, yeah.
I was just like, that is the best thing ever. I'm like, I want little kid battle patches more, like, as a thing.
I had, like, Spoonflower is this website, and they'll print pretty much anything for you on fabric.
Oh, that's cool.
So I got some printed, and they didn't ever really sell, but I tucked them away, and now, like, that's the second one that I've used for her. So just keep on keeping on until, like, forever, until they run out. Buy some more.
I will say this about the Ex Regrets. Y'all have some amazing merch game. Like the t-shirt designs are awesome. Like so many of the times you see a lot of the t-shirts and it's just like black with simple, white writing. But you guys, like that devil logo shirt was awesome.
Yeah, that's placed in it actually.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And then you guys, all of your like merch and everything. And I know Haas does a lot of that stuff too for you, like the stickers and everything. But A+ on merch game for the Ex Regrets. We'll give it that.
Thank you.
Now with the new album. Any plans for an album? Is this going to have physical copies, or is this just going to be a digital release? What are we looking at?
I don't know. Some kid told me that CDs are making a comeback.
Cassettes and CDs are making a comeback.
Are making a comeback.
None of us have money for a vinyl release.
No, there's no we're too poor to be famous like that. But yeah, maybe. I really like physical media. Mm-hmm. Like I enjoy it a lot. It's tactile. It also gives you something else to freaking sell. Like
it can't be digitally censored.
Yeah, exactly. Can't be or degraded too. Like that's the other thing. Like Spotify sounds like boo boo.
Okay. Fuck Spotify. Like so like I have talked about this before, but now I've been dinged, so I can't even play music on my show anymore, which is stupid. We were talking with somebody, one of the old drummer from Rose Garden Funeral Party, Dylan, and Dylan's now in a like hi-fi group, and he makes all of his own synth stuff and builds his own synths. Spotify has dinged him for copyright on his own music that he created.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, they're like sample usage. And he's like, it's my own fucking sample, and like he can't even do it anymore.
I am the creator. How are you supposed to promote your work?
Exactly, or how are you supposed to get it out there? Because radio's like. Hate to say it because I've got so many friends in radio, but radio's dying more and more as we go. Like even KXT to a certain extent is not as relevant as it used to be.
It's not, but I will say it's highly relevant to me right now because we just had a song played on KXT.
Go Waffles!
Local show. Thank you, Waffles.
Waffles is fucking amazing. And speaking of Waffles, she is on the board of a art group, ARC, here in Deep Ellum. Oh. Highly recommend y'all go and check out that gallery. It is an awesome visual media art gallery. Okay, definitely worth it. There's my shameless plug for that. But also check out the local show Thursdays 7 to 8 p.m. I believe.
Yes.
But what song was on there?
Up on a Mountain.
Okay.
Which is on the Here Comes the Waterworks. No, it's on Habitual Revolt.
I was about to say that's an old song for
it's
Reason
Habitual
Reply.
Revolt.
But go into this. There's a big reason why you're here. There's a big reason, guys. Speaking of Riot Girl, speaking of social justice, Saturday, October 4th, Riot Girl Festival is back.
Yeah.
Tell us about it there, Zook.
This is my baby. It's a femme and queer empowerment event. The idea is to combine entertainment, education, and to, inspire activism and donation to causes that are important to you. I've got 8 bands supporting 5 nonprofits.
Damn.
It's a big event this year. I have kind of my, like, what I'm calling my activist alley, and it's like the tabling of all the nonprofits. They're all speaking.
Okay, cool.
The proceeds of the event are divided between them. Now, obviously, because I have so many this year, my donations won't be very big. But the other thing that I've found now is that, and I've done several of them, is that direct donations are very high. They find it, there's a specific nonprofit that, like, tugs at their heartstrings, right? Like, and like means something to them. And they go and either buy merch from them or make it just a direct donation to them, or go and attend events, that kind of stuff.
So with all the nonprofits are Finn's Place, Rockers for Knockers, that's the best fucking name ever, Dallas Social Queer Organization, Voter Registration, that one's pretty self-explanatory and y'all should be doing that anyway, and Conscious Conduit. Oh, Conscious Conduit, great organ. Hey, I got this shirt on today. Yeah,
it's perfect.
Fentanyl fucking sucks. But like, so why choose 5 and not just do one for one charity? What was the reasoning behind that?
The idea is that I want to show representation of what's available, and these are all small nonprofits, very small nonprofits.
Yeah, we're not talking about maybe voter registration's a big one, but
voter registration's a big one, but yeah, other than that, these are very small nonprofits, and the musicians get paid at exposures. And exposure's not bad for a nonprofit
you're
either.
Getting exposure for this? I'm not even getting exposure for this. Yeah.
So that was kind of the thought process. I also really like this idea of like a slew of nonprofits to look at, like a North Texas Giving Day pop up.
So it's kind of more,
but it's all femme and queer organizations.
So it's not. I know it sounds weird because obviously you want to raise as much money as you possibly can for these amazing organizations, but it's more of like we're going to get you in front of a new audience. Yes. Maybe that's more the idea.
Yeah. This is an expensive event. I have an indoor and outdoor stage.
That's not cheap. Sound techs are not cheap.
They are not. And good equipment's not cheap either. And like, if I'm going to rent something, I'm renting it right. Jared, actually, our former bassist, is going to be renting sound outside. He's a professional. He is a professional. And I'm renting from his old boss. So
that dude invited me back to his trailer so many times. I was just like, Jared, I don't know how to feel about, like, it's like, I'll go to a lot of places, but when you're inviting me out to your trailer, I'm like,
He also lives on, like, the south side of Burleson.
That's fucking
like,
far.
Yeah, dude. Like, the south side of Burleson.
The dart does not go there.
No. No, it's not. It's not recommended.
So you got an outdoor and indoor stage.
Outdoor, indoor stage. So we're gonna run music 4 to 10.
Okay. Oh wow. So really quick.
Yeah, really quick.
Event.
Really quick event. It's 30-minute sets, and then they switch flip-flop stages. So the downtime in between is the 5 minutes of the nonprofit talking or me talking, whoever it is.
Or you get them to stall when inevitably a band shows up with their own fucking soundboard for some reason. And bands, if you're playing an event like this, I got a gripe with y'all. I understand you might have loop tracks. We don't need you to bring out and this happens a lot, and I'm noticing it's more with pop punk bands. They come in and they're like, okay, well, we've got all this gear that we need to make us sound right, and we need wireless ears and all this kind of stuff. It's like, dude, this is a quick event. Like, stop bringing wireless ears to a festival showcase.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't your headline spot.
This is a DIY event,
yeah.
And I think back on that and, like, supporting the nonprofits, a lot of our audience is not necessarily in a place that they can make a large impact with a financial donation.
100%.
But they do have time. Yes. And they have passion. Right? And so, as you know, nonprofits need worker bees. They need reliable, consistent worker bees. And so I'm hoping I can find those for them too, right? Like, it's really about creating a community time, right? It's a community event outside of Pride that is femme focused.
Mm-hmm. I mean, creating an army of volunteers is no easy feat, and it's something that a lot of people don't realize. It's it's easy to start a nonprofit. Relatively. But
that was not my experience.
What's not easy about it is getting the volunteers or getting the infrastructure set up to do it. Anybody can come up with an idea and go, oh, I'm going to do this. But sometimes, like what you say, it's better to support the charities in place and help them get more volunteers, help them get more donations and eyes on them. I totally misspoke when I said it's easy to start a nonprofit. It's definitely not. But what is easy is volunteering your time to help these nonprofits. And it's something that, like you say, we do have time. We might not have financial means, but we do have time.
But could you go stand with a clipboard at like the state fair and try to get people signed up to vote?
Yep.
Yes.
Can you? Yeah. If you don't, it's like you don't have a car. Cool. Well, you can go knock on doors in your neighborhood and help raise awareness to a cause.
Right.
You can put
or do
up
something
a lawn
online.
Sign. Yeah.
One of our sponsors, which is kind of, this is a weird sponsor. It's Fort Worth Indivisible. So it's a nonprofit. It's a nonprofit political organization.
Ma'am, they are not listed here on my
this is an old flyer. Okay, I just started. The idea of doing sponsorships just happened.
Okay.
Like on a whim. So I was not prepared to print them all on these, and these are my old flyers. I may ask Steven to do another round. He's gonna laugh that I called him Steven.
Steven, for all of you that probably gathered, it's Haas. Haas will put his logo on anything. So if you need anything done, Haas Productions is the way to go. But with this, who are the bands? We haven't talked about any of the bands playing.
We have not talked about any of the bands. Okay, so it's a musical journey, as I am like known to do with like the Blend Showcase and other Riot Girl Fest. We're gonna start out with some folk, political folk from Jennifer Savage Hurley.
Hell yeah.
Then I've got kind of this pianist, popish, new artist, Oddly Ginger.
I mean, they're all odd, but yeah.
Yeah.
One of my best friends, Steve, is ginger, and I'm always like, you are the oddest person I know.
I have an affinity for gingers.
Do you really?
I do.
Okay. Just ginger. I mean, no, it's Mikey Ginger.
He was, yes.
He was ginger.
I mean, I guess he still is.
Yeah, like, he just changed on us.
You just can't tell. He was more strawberry blonde than ginger.
Just that cute little sun-kissed kid that we all. But then you've also got at first when I read this, I was like, oh, was this a charity that got in the wrong section? Lawn Daddy Kitten Rescue.
Yes, brand new band.
Okay,
amazing. Really cool. It's when we're moving into like the rock vibe. They definitely kind of have an alternative sound. They are recording right now. They were willing to show me demo tracks. And like, I'm totally down with booking bands off of demo tracks. That's no problem 100%. For me.
We're in the punk space. We have to be down with bands on
exactly.
Demo space.
Like,
actually, do you find the demos now sound better than a lot of the final releases? Like it's more raw and like out there, I feel like sometimes.
I just feel like, again, like if you're consuming it digitally, there's something that feels more realistic about it.
Okay. That makes sense.
But like ultimately at the end of the day, I want to listen to it through my high-end over ears, and then in the car, and then off the MacBook, and then as many places as possible.
What is it? I was watching some documentary and the Foo Fighters master their stuff and listen to it in a car because they figured that's where most of their audience is going to be listening. Is going to be there.
Yeah. Yeah.
But okay, we'll get back more into the X, right? Apparently, I'm like looping all around. I'm like, here we go. Oh yeah, that's great. It's like stay on topic, Austin. God damn it. Ex Regrets. Who are they?
I've never heard of that band.
They might be good. Darstar. Darstar is another one that were on hiatus for ages, and then the last couple of years have really made one of the best comebacks in local music.
Oh, absolutely. Lisa is an amazing songwriter.
It's like haunting but beautiful, and I know I use that phrase a lot on this show, but it is haunting but beautiful lyrics in it.
Yeah, and the songs are just really interesting. They're very dynamic. Full disclosure, I'm dating Carson, the other guitarist.
You are? Shocker. No. Never would have known that.
So, like, there's a personal plug there. I put them at sunset so I could just have a whole little moment because, small victories when you're in charge of an event where you literally take nothing.
Yes.
For your time and efforts. And I am doing 90% of this on my own, except for the parts I can't. You take the little victories you can have. You play your own show.
Oh, yeah.
You give your favorites the sweet spot. And before Carson and I were dating, Darstar, as soon as they came back, we went to their comeback show, Mikey and I, because he was an OG fan. And I was instantly like...
You guys were talking about it on the show.
Yes, obsessed.
That's how, so
Dang, that's how long it was.
Yeah, 2023. They've been going for 2-some years now. Wow. Back on the scene. Lisa and all them. Now, do you have a little insight into them? Is there new music on the way?
Oh, well, they just put out a new song.
They did just put out a new song. And, of course, I can't fucking play it.
Of course you can't, which sucks because it's really good.
Well, this is a good time to advertise the... guys, there is the Austin Young Show playlist available on Spotify and Apple Music that will have every song ever played on the show and bands' new stuff. So all the stuff that I'm talking about here with Zooki right now, you can go on there and find their music. So definitely go check that out.
Spotify's pops came swinging again. Scrubbed all the songs with the glitchy grin. Bands say yes, but the robots whine. Guess punk rock blows their fragile lungs. They go favorite that. Don't look back, the Austin Young playlist keeps the scene intact. Apple and Amazon, that's where it's at. Hit subscribe and play, go favorite that.
Yes, absolutely.
So Darstar, new music, and they're playing Sunset on the outdoor stage.
On the outdoor stage, of course.
That's going to be awesome. Glue Stick, not familiar. What's Glue Stick like?
Glue Stick is this like kind of glam punk band from Denton.
Okay.
They've opened for some pretty large acts. I really like their style. Their groove on stage is really cool. It's a nice transition to the end of the night that gets aggressive real fast with Boof being next.
Love Boof.
Yeah, with Boof being next, and then with Hope Intact is a metal band.
Okay.
Saturday, October 4th, Riot Girl Fest, a femme and queer empowerment event held at Growl Records in Arlington, Texas from 4 to 10 p.m. Music by local femme and queer artists like With Hope Intact, Booth, Blue Stick, Darstar, Ex Regrets, Lawn Daddy Kitten Rescue, Oddly Ginger, and Jennifer Savage Hurley. This event supports 5 nonprofits that focus on femme and queer issues. You can find pre-sale tickets and more at riotgirlfest.org.
Sweatfest, we did the same thing. We booked metal bands in there with punk bands. Do you feel like the scenes are merging? Like, I finally feel like, because it always used to be very clear cut, but now I feel like punk, hardcore, and metal are all kind of finally getting along and playing shows together.
I think we have to. If you want to play, strategically as a band.
100%.
You need to play to new audiences. You cap out your certain audience. 2, live music is still crippled from you know what. And so there needs to be the opportunity to play with other bands that are drawing the same kind of crowds that you're drawing, right? Like,
yeah. I mean, Live Nation has literally killed everything fun right now. And it's to the point where mid-sized touring band, like I was talking to the drummer from Catbite at the last show, and he was saying they're making it fucking impossible. And he was also saying that Spotify is making it impossible. So if we're killing off the mid-range bands, how do a small local band even have a shot anymore?
I mean, the good thing is that, like, for a long time, since the Monkey Sphere days, there was a line that was basically, I'm too old and weird to be famous, right? Like, I felt I was too old then, so I'm definitely too old now, and I have a small child, and that's not a thing for me, but it makes me concerned. It makes me concerned because what I see younger artists doing is a lot of social media work. There's TikTok artists now, right? Like, that are musicians, but that's all they do. They don't play live shows. And I think that kids today are locked into their screens in a way that you and I mean, I'm addicted to my phone, but not in the same way. I still want the live music experience because I've had it, and it was formative in my youth.
But I am still seeing younger and younger kids showing up to shows.
Okay, good.
There is a more diverse audience coming out there now. However, I can't remember the artist's name. It was a big one. And she was talking about, if you are going to be a full-time musician, music can't be your only income because you'll go broke. Basically, music is the foundation for you as a person, and it's how you're known. But if you're not doing branding deals or doing, events outside of music where, you're selling your music to, brands and stuff like that, right. There's just no way that you can make it in this world. Like going back to Catbite, they had to do a deal with M&M's to push out, their music to other people. So as a big persona in the music scene in Dallas, like you are probably one of the top 3 when it comes to like organizers, name recognition, all that kind of stuff. Especially in the punk scene.
Yeah, that's my bread and butter.
Yeah, what do you do to keep? I know, like, we all have to work our day jobs and everything, but what are you doing differently that you didn't have to do in the past?
The difficult thing for me now is the networking. I have limited nights that I'm available, and as many of those nights I'm playing a show. And so I'm networking there, but it's already my network, right? It's socializing. It's not networking anymore. There might be some, but not very much.
And do you do that through Space Monkey events?
What?
Like, do you go as Jennifer Zooki from Ex Regrets, or do you more?
It depends what's going on at the time.
Okay.
I haven't been using Space Monkey events.
Okay.
And then I wanted to, and then Mikey's now talked me out of it. So you've given me another reason to update this flyer. We're less than a month out when we're recording this. So more than a month out, just barely, but more than a month out before recording this. I can have these by tomorrow.
You could, That is the great thing about using Steve Haas, is that man's quick turnaround is amazing. When did this show become a walking advert for fucking Steve Haas?
Don't call him Steve. Don't call him Steve. He hates that.
Oh, Steve?
Yeah, it's only Steven.
Oh, it's only Steven Haas?
Only Steven.
I mean, but that dude does so much for the local scene. It's
he does.
Unreal.
No, he's amazing. And he's doing an amazing amount of stuff for Riot Girl Fest. Obviously, he's helping with these. He's printing the zine, which we haven't talked about yet.
Oh, we're getting there.
We have plenty. We have plenty of things to talk about. He's doing some banners, and then he did the stickers that I put in your little gift bag.
Dude, those stickers are awesome. And Veronica took the my body sticker and was like, "That's going on my scooter."
Oh yeah!
And thank you for indoctrinating me into the heart-shaped glasses club, guys. I want you to know that, for me, that's. If they're fuck the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, I'm now in the heart-shaped glasses club, and you have no idea how happy that makes me. But. Well,
you are an ally to the cause. Obviously, we're here talking about it, and I know you as a human being. So yeah, I think it's important to be representative. A lot of the people behind Riot Girl Fest that are helping me out, being my consultants, are men. Cis white men.
That's interesting because
straight white men.
I was about to ask the question of like, what can my gender do to better themselves right now?
Just listen. So I like to say, sit down and shut up.
We're not good at that.
No, I know. I'm not either. I understand. But sit down and shut up and just listen for a while on the things that you can do. And when you have opportunities to be supportive, like Mikey consulting me with what bands I should book, right? And listening to sound and figuring out a lineup for it. Haas doing all of my banners and stickers and print work and donating much of that. The mass majority of that, which is huge. Other than that, there are a lot of women and queer folk who are definitely involved, who are there, who are just like my friends, who are there to do things like take care of tickets because we're going to set it up like Sweatfest was, where we have our own entrance. So I've got to man that. You know, I've got to have
use
somebody man the
Eventbrite.
merch.
They took 35% of the proceeds for fees. By the time we were all said and done, looked at it, they were like, yeah, we're taking 35% of your fees.
Oh my gosh, I've got to change ticketing then.
Oh, it's bad. Like, what ended up happening was, by the end of it, Dustin and that, it was just like, just donate directly to the charity. Show us at the door that you donated directly to the charity versus, I will tell you what, if you're going to do charity events, have people just show a receipt that they donated to the charity and let them in that way. Because right now, it's fucking criminal. What should have been over $3,500 to, I always fuck up the new name, Amplified Minds.
Yes.
Went to like 2,500 or something like that because
that's so sad. And again, a relatively small nonprofit. They've grown quite a bit since their original days, but like still a relatively small nonprofit, and that's a big chunk of money.
$125 gets 12 people a mental health therapy session.
Exactly.
So how many people did they really steal that from? Like, it's criminal. However, you know, the zine is also another way that you're helping push the boundaries of not only the Riot Girl philosophy, but queer and empowerment. Tell us about the new zine, man, because it's fucking dope.
So I actually bought a Kathleen Hanna zine off of Ray from Booth. And we were talking about it, and I had already kind of like had this idea. I always wanted to do a zine. Like, I knew what zines were when I was a kid, but
It takes a lot of work.
I wasn't cool enough to know anyone who had a zine who could give me one. And I didn't really know where to get them either. Or there were places that I didn't really have access to, like college campuses, right? Or bars. Like places that I couldn't go.
Grungy record stores were kind of on their way out by the time we were growing up.
Yeah, exactly. So there's very, very limited access. And then I saw a zine at the Switchy shop that I was at, and I was like, we should. What's more Riot Girl than a zine, right? What's more Riot Girl than a zine?
But what? So was the influence the zine you got from the one from Ray, or?
No, so I got that after we had kind of started the idea. It was the one that I saw. It kind of just sparked this whole like memory, and it's the same time period that I was getting into Riot Girl music, like the original 90s Riot Girl music. So it's very connected for me. And I know a lot of visual artists and a lot of poets. And then, like, you know, with some folks, I helped out with the graphic design portion of it because they're writers. They're not visual artists. But they still have very important things to say.
And I realized I got to do this for the younger listeners, like under the age of 25. Zines were these awesome things that were independent magazines made by fans, and they're kind of like art books in a way, and like ways of alternative thinking that weren't full of advertisements and censored by editorial boards.
Right. I also have heard from several young people, like under 25 people, and we've had multiple contributors that were under 25. Like, they're into it. They're into all things 90s.
Did you know that there's like a zine class and workshop in Deep Ellum now?
Yes.
Yeah, like Kaya from
Yes.
Everything Ellum.
Super cool.
Yeah, I was like, that's fucking, yeah, like Veronica has a zine, like did a little zine.
Nice.
Hey, Veronica.
It's crap.
We want to hear your zine. Don't you have a copy of it somewhere?
Yes, I have to find it though. I don't know what I did with it.
All right, we're going to make Veronica give you a copy of her zine before you leave. It's adorable. It's amazing. She brought it home, and I'm like, that's the coolest thing you've done in a while.
I will say this is not a traditional, like, DIY printed, copied, right, photocopied version of a zine that you might think of, right? It is in black and white as an ode to that, but it's supposed to be more of an art book, right? So it's digitally printed and, like, nice and pretty.
So I guess the way to advertise it and stuff is like the guerrilla marketing would be like QR codes everywhere that people can download it. And is it going to be free, or is it going to be like a donation to a charity?
The physical copies are going to be $5 at the Riot Girl merch table. And all of that, again, goes just back into the event.
Okay. So they at some point they're going to go back to the charities and everything like that. You said you wanted to read something from it though.
Yeah, I was gonna.
I think let me pull this bad boy up here, right?
Do a little shenanigan.
Nope, you are not reading the new Bad Operation album, but that would be rad. The Manifesto.
Let's read the manifesto. It's Riot Girl Manifesto. We are the Riot Girls, loud, unapologetic, done being silenced. This is not my fight. This is our fight. Cis, white, feminism is bullshit. Black, brown, indigenous, queer, trans, disabled, poor, fat, neurodivergent, voices that have been erased for too long. Feminism isn't feminism if it isn't for all of us. We reject respectability, smash binaries, and burn down systems that profit from our pain. We scream in this scene with our words and art. We are not here to be your muse. We are the revolution, a habitual revolt that will never die. Don't tell us to calm down. We're not asking for power. We're ripping it from the root. Through unity, we destroy.
One hell of a manifesto.
Thank you.
So what was the inspiration behind that? I know it does encompass everything that you pretty much stand for with Ex Regrets and your past bands, but
I mean, and that's what the music that I'm writing right now with Ex Regrets and the Riot Girl Fest mission are one and the same. I am just all things Riot Girl right now. That's where I'm at in my life. That's what I need to do. That makes me feel like I have some power in a very powerless situation. It makes me feel like I can be heard, right? And I can be much louder if I organize a group of voices than I can if I do it by myself.
And you've been repping Riot Girl when it was cool, then when it wasn't cool, and now I feel like Riot Girl is back to being like a big part of the scene again.
Yeah, it's a big. There are, locally and regionally, besides the acts that are playing
too,
nationally, you've got a lot more Riot Girl music coming out. You've got classic Riot Girl bands writing new music again, touring again, doing all of those things. I feel like it's definitely because women and queer people are angry, and why wouldn't they be?
Except
how can you
Gwen
not
Stefani
be?
For some fucking reason now. I'm so disappointed.
Because she's married to that country dude, right?
Wasn't she always a little kind of a crazy Catholic though? She always had a little bit.
I heard things about her. Being in a ska band, I had a huge disdain for Gwen Stefani because everybody would be like, "Oh, you're in a ska band, like No Doubt." And I'm like, not really at all.
It's like I love that when people are like, it's like, "Oh, you'll like this." Are they like No Doubt? It's like No Doubt was not the pinnacle of the ska scene. People
No.
and you're.
The question should be, is it like Save Ferris or Dance Hall Crashers or like one of these really good female fronted ska bands that are ska, like legitimate ska bands?
Oh, 100%. How was Save Ferris? You got to go to that show, didn't you?
I didn't get to go to that show. I do have this giant Save Ferris tattoo though. And this is from the cover of the first reunion album. Or comeback album, if you want to call it that, since there's not many original members. We won't get into that story.
So after I had you on studio, Terry from the 2 Watts told me that y'all got to party with Save Ferris one time.
Yes. So we when they did their comeback tour, they played at Trees and then they played down in Austin. And so Terry and I did a little groupie road trip, and when we were at Trees, we're outside, and Trees, they stage the next acts, kits and stuff out there next to the back smoking patio, and you can see them. There's barricades, but you can see them. And Terry's just like, whoever plays that kid is a giant. And he was. She's like, oh my gosh. And she's like pretending to sit on the throne on the other side of the barricade, right? Like, and trying to pretend like she could play that far away. And it looks ridiculous, but like
I love
on
Terry
brand
so
for
much.
Terry.
I love her.
On brand. I'm laughing my ass off. And out comes the drummer. And he is a tall drink of water. And, Terry being Terry, she's very charming. And then we showed up the next night in Austin. And so then it was kind of like, let's hang out, right? Like, when somebody appreciates your music that much, like, and then shortly after this, I got this giant ass tattoo.
How was it? I know they're kind of like they're kind of heroes in our minds and all that kind of stuff, but it's funny when people ask about what's it like when you hang out with like musicians that you're a fan of. It's like, for me, I feel like it's the first 20 minutes I'm like a bumbling moron, and then after you realize they're like, oh, they're just a human like all the rest of us. Like, do you have that when you meet somebody big for the first time that you're like,
well, say in the Save Fair situation, I definitely had blue balls because I didn't get to meet Mo. Okay, and that's the one. I did meet her at Trees though, and she signed my ticket. But it was at the merch booth. It was very much a professional interaction, right? And Terry took a horrible photo. You can't even tell who either one of us is. But it was one of those real quick things. I was very nervous to go up there, like super nervous, because I've idolized this woman for a large majority of my life, even during the huge chunk of time that they didn't make any music. So, the only other thing I can think of that would be like that is Aaron Barrett, but not the same because... Like
Real Big Fish?
Yeah, I love Real Big Fish.
Now, see, I've heard some things that he's kind of a dick.
I have,
but
too.
I've watched him in interviews enough. I just think he's on the spectrum.
Oh, he's definitely on the spectrum.
Oh, yeah.
I think so.
Let's face it. Probably about 87% of ska artists are on the spectrum.
Yeah. There's some sort of neurospicy going on somewhere.
We're all band nerds somehow that like made it into music.
You're autistic or mentally ill.
Yeah. There's a reason we sing a lot about random bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah. The most probably on the beat one is I remember when I met Flip for the first time, and I was like, oh, you're normal. That's weird.
Yeah.
But
Spotify's pops came swinging again. Scrubbed all the songs with a glitchy grin. Bands say yes, but the robots whine. Guess punk rock blows their fragile lungs. They go favorite that. Don't look back. The Austin Young Brothers keeps the scene intact. Apple and Amazon, that's where it's at. Hit subscribe, hit play, go favorite that.
I know we're coming up limited on a bit of time. We're coming up on the hour here in a minute.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no, it's been a quick breeze. The zine, when does that fully launch?
The zine will be available before the show. I don't have a final date. We had some printing shenanigans. I'm going to use it as a sponsorship tool first. Okay. But they will be available, and I will be releasing the pages one at a time.
So, can I ask...
Like a 12 Days of Christmas, but with Riot Girl zine pages.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool. Yeah. But can you throw out some of the names of the contributors and everything like that you'd like to thank that kind of helped get this first issue at least kind of pushed out?
I'm not sure who besides...
Or are you trying to keep this...
or Ray want to be named. There's definitely some very highly political content in there.
Oh, so people aren't putting their names to it.
Right.
Interesting.
There are some that are signed. The people who feel so that's what you got to do. You got to look at the pages online, or you got to buy a physical copy of the zine. And the folks who want to make it about their voice, have signed the art. Who feel like that's an important thing for them, and then for others, it's not a thing, and then for some, it's a concern, and that's valid.
Now, if somebody wants to get in touch with you, like they want to, like let's say I want to write an article about how cisgender males suck in general. How can I email that or carrier pigeon that to you to hopefully be considered? info@riotgirlfest.org. Okay, so we're still going off the Riot Girl Fest.
Yes.
What's the name of the zine again? Like, I don't think we actually said the name.
It's the Riot Girl Manifesto.
The Riot Girl. Oh, so that's just not the first. Okay. All
and
right.
Fest is all capitalized. So, like, it's...
We learning some things.
Mm-hmm.
But, I do have to ask, because I ask every person that comes on it. You've answered this question before. Maybe your answer's changed in the past couple of years. 15-year-old comes up to you. They say, I want to be the modern day Zooki. What's the advice for them?
Nothing worth doing is ever easy.
Fuck yeah, that's true.
Nothing worth doing is ever easy. This is not easy. When I like the things that I do are not easy. They're kind of crazy, honestly. Like, but I'm fine with that because that's when I have my best ideas. And like, what's, besides a small financial risk, which I mainly have covered from sponsors. Thank you, sponsors. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? I'm good at it. I've realized that, and I have much more confidence in my ability to promote and organize an event now than I did in the past. I've got great connections like you and other folks in the industry.
It takes time.
Yeah, it takes time. It takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of emotional effort. It really does. There's a lot attached to it. So, but it's so worth it. Creating experiences for people, moving people with music. Those are the things that keep me connected to myself. And I mentioned earlier, I have a young child, and it's really easy to get lost in motherhood. And I've worked really hard not to do that. I'm fortunate that I have a co-parent who is involved. And allows me to have that.
Don't take that like she means she's not trying to love the kid unconditionally. That like you are a great mother. We see it on stage.
Yeah.
Like anytime a kid sees their mom on stage and yells out, "I love you," trust me, that was the most adorable thing.
Oh yeah, I mean, I've written 2 songs about her, so
yeah, it's
she has her own special lullaby that nobody hears but her.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
We're hoping for that B-side to come out one of these days. Who knows? Maybe she'll turn it into her first song, She's all about singing and playing guitar right now. She also has a drum kit. I mean, obviously, I've loaded her up with all of the musical toys. Oh, hell yeah. You got to do that. Now, can you give any advice? Because I know the punk scene can be toxic as fuck. It can be beautiful, but toxic as well. Can you give advice? Because I feel like I see it happen a lot where influential women like, my wife or you get, for some reason, end up with a target on your back for no real fucking reason. How do you channel that out and keep going? What keeps you moving through all these people's generalizations and bullshit?
I mean, at a certain point, I have had several turbulent personal situations that became public situations. And I learned that you have to be okay with having a haters club. I say it all the time, Zooki's Hater Club, always looking for new members.
That's good, actually.
And if you watch everything I do just to say that you disapprove, then doesn't that make you a fan?
Yeah. You're still listening to the shit.
You're still listening
analyzing
to me.
every
You're still on my show.
word.
You're sharing my post. You're screenshotting it and sending it to other people. Like, people are still hearing about me, and someone who probably doesn't like you, who you hang out with, is going to check it out.
What was it? Weird to bring up this sexist asshole on this show, but wasn't it somebody said that Howard Stern, like the haters and censors, actually listened to more of the show longer than the average fan did on their way to work?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like there was like a fact that the actual like censors and people that hated him actually listened to the show longer every day than the people that would. Like, and I was like, the power of hate, I guess, in some ways.
The power of hate. I mean, whatever. I try to keep hate out of my heart. It's toxic. It's unproductive.
Yeah, I mean,
unless it's for the system. I got plenty of hate for the system, but like people, individual people, no.
100%. Well, so you're one of the first guests on with the new format where I'm not allowed to play music. So I've had this stupid idea, right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the band's new single in a Shakespearean monologue. So, ladies and gentlemen, what's the name of the song? 'Cause I always fuck it up.
Burkini Kill.
Burkini Kill. They whisper thus. The kingdom's chained hand did answer customary mutiny with scorned brow, disdained of the part they play aye. In the stewardry of souls, so hie thee forth, and ban thy veiled garb. For lo, a maiden rebel cometh nigh, and with her spirit fierce she shrieketh thee. Aye, ban the burqa, ban it thou dare, For those sly wits, a novel world is wrought. Thou said the Ex Regrets. Ladies and gentlemen, you have been listening to the Austin Young Show. I want to thank my guest Zooki for coming in. Check out Riot Girl Fest on Saturday, October 4th. $15 pre-sale. Tickets are available at riotgirlfest.org. Save that $5, or you know what? Just bring the whole 20 and give it to a band or give it to a charity at the end. You are supporting 5 nonprofits: Finn's Place, Rockers for Knockers, Dallas Social Queer Organization, voter registration. That's important because fascism's rising. Conscious Conduit. Guys, this is music by local femme and queer artists. So definitely come check it out. And Zooki, thank you for being one of the best parts of the Riot Girl scene in Dallas.
Thanks, man. Happy to be here.
All right, check them out, guys. They're available. You can find Zooki music, Ex Regrets on all those streaming platforms, and check it out on the links below. All right, everybody, pick it up, Dallas.
Austin Young Show.